Howdy, my name is Madison Burley, and I will be arguing that Promachus rufipes, the red-footed cannibalfly, is the better predator.
Howdy, my name is Samantha Dowd, and I will be arguing that the Tenodera sinensis, commonly known as the Chinese praying mantis, is a better predator. Our debate topic is which species is the better predator.
The red-footed cannibalfly is also known as the bee panther. Based on pictures, it looks like a bigger bee or wasp. It is about 28 to 35 millimeters or 1 to 1 1/4 inches long. Its body is covered in yellow bristles, particularly on the head and on the abdomen. The eyes are large and separated by a trough in the middle of the head. It also has sharp claws in order to latch onto its food like a grappling hook. The red-footed cannibalfly is also known as a robber fly. They tend to live in meadows, fields, forest edges, and any open, sunny area. However, they mainly live on the East Coast, predominantly in Virginia, Georgia, and North Carolina. This species is not around all year long. In Georgia, it is mainly seen in late July to early September, while in North Carolina it is seen from July to October. Robber flies are a predaceous species. Robber fly larvae are also predaceous and live in the soil or in decaying wood and other organic matter, where they feed on other insect larvae in the soil. Adults eat large flying insects like honeybees, beetles, paper wasps, mason bees, dragonflies, grasshoppers, other robber flies, and in some instances, even hummingbirds. They are very opportunistic, patiently waiting for their prey, and once captured, they inject the prey with toxins that kill and liquefy it. Then the liquefied contents are sucked out. Great. The contents are sucked out with a short, stiff proboscis. They plunge into their prey. This is an elongated sucking mouth part that is typically tubular and flexible. The only impact to human society is that it can kill bugs that are potentially harmful to us, like wasps.
The Chinese praying mantis is native to Asia. It is believed this mantid was accidentally introduced to the United States when a nurseryman brought plants back from China to Pennsylvania. It is also thought that the Chinese praying mantis may have been introduced to the United States. It is also thought that the Chinese praying mantis may have been introduced to the United States intentionally to prey on pest species. While there is limited evidence of this being the original reason this mantid was brought to North America, the species has been very successful in outcompeting the native species. The Chinese praying mantis is now a very well-established species in North America. They are able to thrive in most temperate environments where food sources are plentiful. Like other mantises, they mostly prey on other insects and are cannibalistic. Many males do not survive mating if the female is feeling hungry. They also have been known to eat small frogs, lizards, and even hummingbirds as well. The mantises, in turn, are prey to other mantises, birds, and the Asian giant hornet. However, the Chinese praying mantis can even turn the tables on this formidable foe and is sometimes the predator in this scenario. The Chinese praying mantis is the largest mantis in North America, at an average of 8 to 11 centimeters in length. The males are known as better flyers because they are lighter and have a more sleek figure. The females are slightly larger, heavier, and travel by walking more than flying. They have gradual metamorphosis and chewing mouth parts. They move slowly while they stalk their prey and then capture their prey with their outstretched, modified, grasping legs. Their main impact on human society is that they are commonly kept as pets. The Chinese praying mantis is a fairly easy pet to keep and care for, and fun to try to find in its camouflage.
While the Chinese praying mantis does attack pest species, it does not differentiate between pest and beneficial insects. Plus, after the male and female mate, the male could possibly get eaten by the female. The red-footed cannibalfly may eat other insects that could be beneficial, but at least they won't eat their own partner. It is interesting that both species can eat such bigger species even outside of insects like hummingbirds. They both must be very agile to catch a hummingbird, seeing as hummingbirds can get up to 20 miles an hour. While the Chinese praying mantis is bigger than the red-footed cannibalfly, that does not make it the better hunter. The mantis is actually at a disadvantage, seeing as the robber fly has more advanced wings and can more easily move from place to place. As the nickname bee panther suggests, the red-footed cannibalfly can blend in with bees easily, thus sneaking up on them for an easy meal.
You present a good point in that the females often eat the males, and that could be a disadvantage for the species. However, the fact that the Chinese praying mantis as a species is outcompeting native mantis species is solid evidence that the Chinese praying mantis is still very successful at reproducing and preying on other insects. Also, the females only have to wait for their dinner to approach them. That's a bonus. This is a genius hunting tactic. I will grant you that the male Chinese praying mantises are the better flyers, and with many of them being eaten by the females, this is a disadvantage. Compared to the red-footed cannibalfly, the Chinese praying mantis may have less advanced wings, but they do have better eyesight. They also have the advantage of blending in with foliage better. Many mantis owners spend a lot of time searching for their camouflage pets. They are mostly brown with a streak of green. The robber fly can move fast, but the Chinese praying mantis has mastered the slow stalking of its prey. The mantis is a more subtle hunter. Also, the Chinese praying mantis has advanced in many environments through Asia and North America, rather than being restricted to the east coast of the United States.
It is true that the red-footed cannibalfly does not have as good eyesight as the Chinese praying mantis, because the eyes cannot see completely around the head. However, there are not many predators that you could keep around as pets. If they are that harmless to humans, then are they really a good predator? The way the robber fly eats its prey and how it hunts would never survive as a pet among humans, and humans wouldn't want to keep them just because they would be a dangerous predator. While the Chinese praying mantis has mastered the art of slow stalking prey, the red-footed cannibalfly has mastered how to hunt for its prey, like predators are supposed to do. Most predators and other species have to go after their prey and are known as good hunters. Hunters do not simply wait on their food, but go after it as the robber fly does. However, the red-footed cannibalfly is restricted in the areas it can travel, unlike the Chinese praying mantis.
In addition to its great eyesight, the Chinese praying mantis is one of the very few insects that can actually look over its shoulder because of its head-to-thorax attachment. This gives the mantis an even greater vision advantage. You present an interesting idea that a strong predator would not also be a good pet. However, cats are a very popular pet and are also great predators because of their instincts. Also, the Chinese praying mantis is not domesticated when kept as a pet, but rather kept in captivity in an environment that imitates its natural habitat. The fact that the mantis can sometimes await its prey, as in the case of the females, eating the males after mating, may contribute to the species' ability to outcompete the native mantis species and grow as a population. However, it does not necessarily mean they are a less fierce predator. Sometimes the females have the option to wait for their food to approach them, but they still need to eat when they're not mating.
There is a lot more to discover about the red-footed cannibalfly. It would be great to try and bring the species in a lab. However, it may not do so well as a predator species. But further learning about its life cycle, metamorphosis, or even where it came from, could provide further insight into how this species has evolved and changed over time to become one of the greatest predator insects. They are important to study because the robber fly needs to help spread to new areas since they are so confined. They are in so few areas that it could be possible to bring them to more areas in order to continue to thrive. They could also be used as a pest control in the future if breeded properly. However, they need to be brought into labs or studied more extensively in order to provide greater use to humans. The red-footed cannibalfly is a fast, fierce hunter between the powerful wings, gripping claws, and incognito disguise as a bee. Soon we should see more about this great species.
Incredible eyesight, the ability to look over its shoulder, natural camouflage, ability to catch hummingbirds, and intense stalking make the Chinese praying mantis a formidable predator. Because the Tenodera sinensis is an abundant species and easy to keep in captivity, they make great research subjects. Either as a unique pet or a research subject, the Chinese praying mantis is important to human society. With many native praying mantis species in decline, it is crucial to observe changes in environment or behavior for the Chinese praying mantis. Because this species is so widespread across North America and Asia, it may be used as an indicator of environmental health in microenvironments as well as macroenvironments. In conclusion, there are many ways the Tenodera sinensis could be used to benefit human society, and they are incredible predators. Watch out insects, frogs, lizards, and hummingbirds.